Hello, and welcome back to Past the Pop Culture. I'm Mr. Fenn, and this is Ricky.
What's up, guys?
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a variety of things. We're going to kind of review Wrath of Man, which just came out Friday by Guy Ritchie. We're going to talk about Venom 2 trailer, which we're all very excited for, and Elon Musk.
SNL skit. That Wario.
What is Wario?
I'm a little traumatized.
Yeah, so let's kind of start with Wrath of Man. I think that's because that's the most recent memory, right? We saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Overall, I enjoyed it. I think it was kind of more an unexpectedly good movie.
Yeah.
I thought to me I was like, okay, I'm just gonna watch things kind of blow up. I didn't expect there to be an actual plot, I guess, and so I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I was just more like, let's go watch it, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if we didn't see it, we didn't see it, but
yeah,
I'm kind of glad we saw it.
I know, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It had good action, good dialogue. All the actors, really well. They all had good chemistry. It felt like you were actually, I don't know how to word it, kind of living the life as those security guards,
Yeah, it was
just interesting
how they did everything.
They're not security guards. I should say that they transport, the money and all that. Well, I guess mini synopsis of the movie. Do you want to do a little bit of that again?
I don't even know. What is it?
I mean,
it's your typical.
I mean, it is your typical action hero kind of
head honcho of a mob.
Yeah, and then he goes in and he's like, "Oh, my son dies and stuff." So then now he's gonna try to do an inside job to find out who got his son killed, and then so he joins as a guard service for the people who transport the money. So it takes place in L.A. and so he's trying to figure out, okay, who killed his son, who's behind the scenes, who's the guy on the inside, because before he was trying to figure out, okay, maybe it's another mafia, another group or something, but it was a bunch of no names. So then he had to really figure things out. I did find it a little convoluting though when they went back and forth on the 3 weeks ago, 5 months later, 3 months ago, and then
Really?
so it felt like a little back and forth.
I kind of like how they did it though.
I did like it as in okay, it's kind of I don't know how to word it, kind of non-chronological storytelling, but it did get a little
wait, who were?
yeah, okay, wait, what is
past?
this? Yeah, it was not too bad to pick up on once the scene started to play out, but once when you first saw 3 weeks, I was like, wait. And then you just see the buildings and it's during the day and it's wait, where's this? And then you're like, oh, okay, that's happening. Yep. So now I get it. It took me a second. I'm just a little slow, I guess, but it took me a second to be like, wait, okay. So we went 5 months ago, 3 months in the future. Now we're 3 weeks back. And then so I was like, okay, so where does that put us? It took me a second.
Yeah, and it did go forward in time too.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of time jumps, which is
But it was needed in a way so that you kind of understand how things fell into place. So I'm not striking it down for that, but it was kind of interesting. I think how they decided to do that.
Usually when most action genre movies kind of do that time skip, there's really no point to it. And for whatever reason, maybe it's just because they did it so well and how they kind of explain why he joined it, and then the things he kind of did, and then he kind of we also saw the villain's perspective of everything, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, and then actually, what kind of interests me is everyone was a bad guy at the end of it. There was no. It was well, you did a bad thing too. It's you killed people. You're part of the mafia. It's
because the villains were ex-military, and I guess they're broke.
Spoilers.
So, I mean, it's fine. It's
not. Yeah,
it's not like a Lord of the Rings movie or
I
Marvel.
mean it's a one-off thing. They're not. It's not a franchise or anything. But still, there is gonna probably be spoilers about it. I think because there's not much you can really talk about. It's boom.
Yeah.
Things go boom, and then it's
and then it had actually a good story.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. I was actually surprised. I think personally, there's been a lot of good action movies coming out.
So I did mention the words John Wick sucks now.
I still think John Wick's my favorite, but
really,
after
Nobody.
Yeah,
the movie.
Okay. I because I don't know. I'm a fanboy for John Wick, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't because we saw it a couple weeks ago.
We saw the first John Wick. We rewatched it.
The acting is just so bad, and it's
I think the dry acting, I kind of like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I like Nobody so much, because it's
it's more comedic.
Yeah, that and
you don't get it, man. It's high art, okay?
No. like he had a personality. Like, and I feel like Keanu Reeves was just like, I'm just good assassin, and then that's it. Like, no.
Yeah, I can see your perspective, but
no like personality.
I enjoy John Wick. I think for the action more. I think really good action like set pieces that they do, like just like you feel like you're kicking butt with John Wick.
Yeah.
And then so I always like these kind of movies because I feel like I grow some chest hair or something sometimes when I walk out of these movies.
Like, man movie,
yeah, like the testosterone just shoots up. It's like you want to just like get in a fight and you're like, nah, I'm gonna get my butt kicked.
Looks at self. Actually, never mind.
It's like, oh, okay, no, never mind.
But in terms of Wrath of Man, like it had everything. Like I kind of felt bad for the main leader. I think his name like the Fox. I don't remember his actual name. Something Hill H. Like and like the cinematography and like how they kind of had like the shadow kind of looming over him when his wife was yelling at him, and I was just like, man, I'm like a sucker for like good shots, and I was like, that could be a background or something.
Yeah, I do think that it. I don't know, like it was better than what it really needed to. I don't know.
That's
how
what I'm
it
saying.
Sense.
I thought it was just gonna be like,
Like like I mean, we're not saying like it's like a 10 out of 10 here, but I think because we came in with like pretty low expectations. We're like, okay, the trailer looked good. There's like, okay, you know, you're gonna have some action scenes, some car chase scenes. Like it seems like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, there's like I wouldn't say like a super highly developed, sophisticated, you know, story here. It's not gonna win any awards or anything. But I was like, oh, okay, for being in the guy like the revenge kind of macho man movie genre, like it was actually quite enjoyable, and I did enjoy it for what it was, and then also like the extra step that it went to tell a more coherent story, because it's usually just blow up things, and I was like
slow motion, walk away from explosion.
I was kind of expecting a little bit more action at times, but I think I had like a good enough, like where it wasn't like mind numbing like Michael Bay just explosion, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It was
pretty funny too.
It didn't over deliver on like how much action, and then it didn't like it wasn't too much story where it got boring or anything. Like
it wasn't like overacting either.
And then it was entertaining. Overall, it was pretty entertaining just to kind of see like the mindset of like, okay, this is and to see everything fall into place. I think that was a lot of fun as you're watching the movie.
I don't know. It's just like how they start stringing everything together. It's like, man.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm enjoying this movie a little too much for it.
Yeah, I was literally in the movie halfway, and I'm like, I really enjoyed this movie. I really do.
I was like, is this supposed to be an action movie? Or
yeah.
It's like, give me part 2 or something. I don't know.
I did enjoy like how because usually when they do like, I feel like these movies now, they all do like a secret plot twist villain. But what I enjoyed was that everyone's a bad guy, and it was matter of circumstance. Yeah. And that it was chance. Yeah. Like all that stuff. It wasn't nothing was on purpose, but like it was just like it was some bad luck, and then it was a mixture of being in the wrong place in the wrong time. And kind of like taking the responsibility part of what you've done. Like it was interesting. Like there was some good undertone to like the themes and everything. But I mean,
so good.
It was really good, and just overall, I feel like I think we're up in the game here when it comes to action movies like that,
which I'm happy with.
Yeah, and then because they were getting kind of stagnant for a while. These kind of action movies, like it was like, okay, they're, you know, he goes and blows stuff up and he gets the girl. Okay, yeah, like, but there's some variation where it's keeping it fresh. I think there's not going to be some weird like nuance like approach to these movies. I'm not saying like singing it to its like high praises, because I haven't checked the reviews for it, but
it's less, but it's an action movie. It's like you don't really reviewers aren't gonna be like, oh, this is, you know, is this
it's monocle and like, oh well, yeah,
he's supposed to say this line,
like quite riveting dialogue in scene 1, act 2. Like no, I mean, for as far as action movies going, because I like to kind of section these things off when it comes to like genre, because like you can't compare like movies like John Wick to like Citizen Kane or something. You know, it's like, okay, like let's be honest here. It's like they're movies, yes.
You know what you're gonna see when you go see it.
It's like comparing video games. Like, you can't compare a real-time strategy game to like first-person shooters or a story-driven game or puzzle game. It's like you kind of have to group them in their own category. So like I give this like a high B.
Yeah, I give it like a B plus. Yeah, I give it a B plus.
As far as action movies go, like a B plus. Yeah. So that's where we're kind of on here, because it's like, wow, it was quite enjoyable. Mm-hmm. It was worth the money to go watch in theaters. That's what I would say. So like, kind of without getting too much into spoilers for it, like I was just kind of like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Waste of money maybe, but no, it was actually quite enjoyable. Like I would go see it in theater.
Better than John Wick. You heard it here first.
I don't know about John Wick being
all of them combined, especially.
No, I really like the third one for John Wick, but
I don't know, for whatever reason I'm just not liking John Wick anymore.
All right. We're
maybe it's because it's cyberpunk or something. I don't know.
Cyberpunk. Wake up.
We hold grudges here.
Yeah. Just like